Hey guys, this is the Gungnir 2, a 3D printed bolt action foam dart blaster from Diamond Dogs. Many thanks to Alexander for lending me this blaster for review, and also to him and Darren for helping with the intro footage. This Gungnir 2 is supposedly the second version of the Gungnir 1. Unfortunately, I have not seen or used the Gungnir 1 before, so I'm unable to compare both models. For the purpose of this review, I'm just going to call this updated version the Gungnir. I believe this was released earlier this year and several months before the 98K Cup, which is the cute Nerf version of the famous car 98K, which I reviewed about 2 months ago. Handling the Gungnir feels very similar to the 98K Cup. It feels like the modernized version of the 98K Cup, with a tactical handguard, pistol grip, and retractable buttstock. I'm just making a wild guess, but this Gungnir could be the predecessor or has some degree of influence to the 98K Cup's design. Without any B-car, the Gungnir hits about 190 FPS with 1 gram regular worker darts. Similar to the 98K Cup, the Gungnir is meant for 200 FPS capped games. Diamond Dogs did inform me that it is not advisable to swap to heavier springs, as the prime is already quite substantial. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the blaster. It comes with a 49.5 cm barrel that is threaded at both ends, which is meant for use with threaded B-cars. It also uses other types of barrels like the worker ones, which you can then attach your own collet or friction fit B-cars. It has Picatinny rails at the top and bottom. The M-block slots are just for aesthetics and are not usable. The plunger tube is transparent and starts halfway from the middle of the handguard to the back of the blaster. The barrel, spring and plunger tube are also in line with one another. To swap springs, these 3 screws at the front and the 2 screws at both the left and right side of the priming bars will need to be removed. There are big cutouts at the sides, so you can see inside the blaster where the bolt is pulled back. The bolt seems to be reinforced with a small metal rod inside. The prime is relatively okay. It does have the usual squeaky sounds as to be expected with 3D printed blasters. The pusher has double O-rings to improve air seal. The priming bars, plunger system, barrel and the spring can be seen at work through the M-lock style holes when the bolt is pulled back and pushed forward. The air seal is decent. The trigger has a very long pull and the pull weight is substantial. In fact, the trigger travel is way too long for my liking, thus making the trigger feel mushy, heavy and less responsive. The pistol grip is removable and interchangeable with other suitable grips. Next, which is my favorite part of this entire blaster, the loading and reloading process. It comes with a default 3D printed 5-round magazine. Loading the magazine is easy and smooth. The mag release lever is sensitive, and the mag drops with a gentle tap to the lever. Side note, this Gungnir also takes the worker full-length magazine that holds 10 short darts. However, the worker magazine does not gravity drop and needs to be pulled out. Now back to the reloading process. You know what I said earlier about reloading is my favorite part about this blaster? Because you can do cool AK style reloads. Unfortunately, I only have one of this 3D printed magazine to practice with. Otherwise, I will be able to do a smoother, endless loop of AK style reload demo. Here we go. There is a little bit of wobble to the buttstock, as expected with these types of buttstocks with retractable bars at the sides. However, the buttstock is very sturdy, and it has a nice black face plate and textured butt plate. When retracted, the Gungnir measures about 84 cm. With the buttstock fully extended, it measures about 99 cm. The blaster weighs about 1.7 kg. Let's head outside and see what this 190 FPS blaster can do. The Gungnir was able to hit a 20-meter human-sized board with almost all shots on target. Performance was good for a 190 FPS blaster. For info, Alexander got this Gungnir from IFB for around 200 plus Singapore dollars, which is around the same price range as the 98K Cup. Overall, the Gungnir 2 is a very fun blaster to use. Its performance is good for lower FPS games, and it feels very sturdy and solid as the 3D printed parts are very thick. If you play mostly non-competitive games at 200 FPS cap, this is a good alternative to the 98K Cup if you prefer modern aesthetics for your blaster compared to that of a historical icon. It also comes in a variety of public-friendly colors. However, if you plan to reload this blaster AK style, it will be good to buy more of the default 3D printed magazines. Please like and subscribe if you found this review video helpful. Thank you and see you.